You don't have to ask Gill to take care of me, Tom. I'll be fine.
It's funny, you know what I was thinking about today? Remember the time your dad took us fishing on the St. Joe? It was during the autumn, right before we graduated. He caught the biggest trout I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
Listen, man, don't worry about him. Your dad's a fighter. He's gonna pull through this thing.
Thanks, Gill.
Listen, honey, let's go home. I'm going to help you pack,
No,
all right?
I can't. I got to call the accountant, and I have to get a hold of the suppliers.
George can do that.
I can't, we're doing the inventory. I can't leave it all up to George. I have to make some arrangements before I go, okay? I'll be right back.
Tom.
Let him go. You know, he likes to work hard, especially when he gets upset.
He's my husband. I think I know what he likes.
Listen, I want to thank you for not mentioning our little misunderstanding. I know what you think, and you're wrong. I was not making a pass. Anyway, I'm glad you decided to forget about it.
Who says I decided to forget about it, Gill?
Brooke,
Oh, hi. Hi.
hi, Deb.
You wanted to talk to me, Adam?
Oh, yes, but you won't like what you hear, huh?
Oh?
I want you to cancel your date tonight with Donna Tyler.
Damn, Adam!
I said you weren't going to like it.
You bet I don't like it. I'll tell you something else. I'm not going to do it.
What is this pitiful little display, Myra?
Well, I'm sorry, Palmer, but without Emilio and the rest of the gardening staff, the greenhouse just isn't the same.
Well, this is a very important evening. Now, I don't want Adam Chandler thinking I'm plucking the last faded blossom from a defunct greenhouse. So call the florist, would you?
No, that's too expensive. Maybe if I add some fern...
Just call the florist.
Mama. Oh, dear, those are really sad.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they're awful.
Well,
Mama, could you excuse us? I'd like to talk to Palmer alone.
Yeah, call the florist, Myra. Call the florist,
yes,
Myra.
sir.
Palmer, I want you to sit down.
You what?
I want you to sit down. Sit. I have something to tell you.
Everything's going to be okay, you guys. I know it will.
She's right, Jess. Think positive.
I'm going to try to, man.
Okay. Well, you're right.
Just don't worry about anything. Just don't lose your temper.
Okay? You guys are going to win because you're right. You didn't do anything wrong.
You got it, man.
Just hi,
Angie, baby.
Be brave, honey. Everything's going to be all right. We're going to be right here, okay? I'm so glad that you're all here.
Listen, you both stay cool. Just remember what it is you're fighting for.
And you're going to win. You're going to get your baby back, and it's going to seem like a bad dream, Jessie.
Here.
Too bad not everybody agrees with your opinion. Yeah, you, Baxter.
Jessie, come on.
All right. Nancy, where's that lawyer? I mean, he's supposed to be in here 20 minutes ago.
He'll be here. He'll be here. They can't start without him. Okay, no, you guys sit here. No,
please.
I'll be right behind you, all right?
All right.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Sullivan, as much as we want our baby, somehow I just can't help but feeling sorry for them. You know, I know.
Well, I don't believe this.
What was that?
Kyle has sent in the second string. There is no way we are going to lose now.
Mr. and Mrs. Hubbard?
Who are you?
I'm Stephen Wolf. I'm Mr. Kyle's associate.
Well, why isn't Mr. Kyle here?
He couldn't make it. But don't worry. I know your case inside out.
Wait a minute. How could you know our case? I mean, we ain't even never met before. This is a ripoff.
Jesse,
Oh, wait a minute. This is great. I mean, you're just a kid. I bet this is your first case, ain't
Mr. Hubbard, I assure you this is not my first case.
Jesse, wait a minute. Maybe we should give him a chance.
Give him a chance, Angie. What about us? We're the ones facing prison here.
Hubbard, if you'll just try and calm yourself, please.
Calm down. What are you talking about, calm down? Our lives are on the line here. You telling me to calm
That's
down?
exactly what I'm telling you. Because if you do not calm down, if you keep this up, you're going to blow what small chance you've got.
his lawyer.
I know. I only wish the judge was here to see it.
Oh, this is awful, Jack.
Oh, shh. It'll all be over soon, don't you?
Yes, it will.
How's it going? Good. Kyle sent a substitute.
Who is he? I never saw him before.
I think it's his wife's nephew, fresh out of law school.
Les, I'm sorry, but I can't stay.
I know. I wish I didn't have to.
All rise. Superior Court is now in session. Judge Margaret Egan presiding.
Court will come to order. We are here to determine custody of one John Johnston Winters, Jr., the infant in question. Counsel, are you ready?
Ready, Your Honor?
Your Honor, my name is Stephen Wolf. I'm representing Mr. and Mrs. Jessie Hubbard in the absence of Mr. Jason Kyle, attorney of record.
So noted, Mr. Wolf. We'll begin with you, Mr. Sullivan.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would like to call Mrs. Wilhelmina Winters to the stand.
Swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Be seated.
Mrs. Winters, you are the adoptive mother of John Johnston Winters, Jr. Is that right?
Yes.
Would you please tell the court a little something about yourself?
Well, I'm 32 years old, and I'm a registered nurse. I've always wanted to be a mother. Jack and I, that's my husband, Jack, we've always wanted a baby for the past 10 years now. We love children very, very much. And when we learned that the baby had been born and that the adoption papers had been signed, we were the happiest people in the world.
I see. And what kind of home were you planning to provide for this baby, Mrs. Winters?
Oh, a good home. A warm and loving home where he'd be cherished and protected. His room is all ready. Jack's made him a cradle, and I painted the nursery. It's blue with rainbows and...
I see, yes. Mrs. Winters, are you aware that the natural parents of John Jr. now seem to want him back?
Yes.
Now, would you tell the court how you feel about that, please?
I feel sorry for them, but I also consider them nothing more than criminals. They kidnapped my baby.
Objection!
Sustained. Mr. Sullivan, this court is well aware of the unpleasant events surrounding the abduction of the child. However, we are not here to address those charges. We are here only to determine custody.
Yes, Your Honor.
Please continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mrs. Winters, would you please tell us how did you feel when you found out your baby was missing?
I felt as any mother would. I feared for his safety.
You feared? What do you mean by feared, Mrs. Winters?
Well, violence always frightens me, especially when children are involved.
You then consider Mr. and Mrs. Hubbard to be violent people.
Objection! Counsel is leading the witness.
Overruled. Answer the question.
Yes, I consider them, based on their actions, to be dangerous and violent and completely unfit to be parents. I do. I'm sorry.
All right, Mrs. Winters. That's all right.
Well, this is a pleasant surprise. How you doing?
Well, I'm fine, except that I can't believe I walked out of here without my gloves. My hands are freezing, and I'm hoping you're going to tell me you've got them.
Oh, gosh, Dev, I don't know. What do you know?
Give
Look what
me
I've
those
been.
gloves. You don't know what a relief this is. It's so embarrassing to have to admit to your 6-year-old that you have lost your mittens again.
You know something? You're great.
I am.
Yeah, I love it when you smile. Your eyes twinkle.
I think he means wrinkle.
No, now, Devon McFadden, you are a gorgeous-looking lady. I wouldn't say that if I didn't mean it.
Is this guy serious or what?
I'm dead serious.
Stop it.
Right, Brooke?
Excuse me.